Hello, kindly people of YouTube. Punk Rock Fairy Princess here, and today we're gonna do a recap explanation type thing about Season 6, Episode 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So this episode is split up by setting. One half of the team, May, Mac, Yo-Yo, and the new recruits, are on Earth working out of the lighthouse. The other half, Gemma, Daisy, Piper, and Davis, are in space. We open on a scene that takes place 1 year previous to the main events of the episode. Enoch and Fitz's ship is under attack. Remember, in the aftermath of Season 5, the Fitz who traveled back to the present was killed, but there is still a Fitz traveling a long way to the future from this current timeline. He still thinks that he needs to find the team in the future and help them, and is obviously unaware of most of the events of the last season, including, may I point out specifically, his wedding. So the rest of the episode takes place 1 year later. Let's begin with the main plot on Earth. Remember these three from the trailer? Well, the beard dude is the one who arrives first. His unfortunate companion gets stuck in a concrete wall through some kind of portal. The nearest S.H.I.E.L.D. team, headed up by May, is unable to capture him without risking civilian casualties. Beard dude shoots at the ship and they crash. Beard Dude then meets up with Gun Guy and Knife Girl, who also come through these portals. They talk about their leader, Sarge, coming. Back at the lighthouse, Fox and Keller, two new S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, put forward an idea about the portals, observing that each of these arrivals through portals have happened on ley lines. There's this theory that there are like these energy highway type things, like longitude and latitude all over the world, upon which important monuments are built, like the pyramids of Giza and Stonehenge, and these energy highways are called ley lines. In a bar, Mac and May meet with Dr. Marcus Benson, an old friend of Andrew Garner, May's ex-husband, who became Lash. Mac is hoping that Dr. Benson can help them start up the S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy again. Before the whole Hydra thing happened, S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy was comprised of 3 academies: the Academy of Communications, the Academy of Operations, and the Academy of Science and Technology that would train new recruits. From the man encased in concrete, they find a timer and coordinates to the next portal, which is also on a ley line, as Keller and Fox are eager to point out. Beard Dude, Gun Guy, and Knife Girl arrive at the spot first, getting ready to rig it to explode in preparation for Sarge's arrival. S.H.I.E.L.D. arrives at the museum, but is too late and the building explodes. The portal opens, and a truck bursts through. Agent Fox is killed, which is unfortunate because he seems cool, and out of the truck comes Sarge, aka not Coulson, but looks like Coulson. Alright, so now in space. Piper, Davis, Daisy, and Gemma are in space searching for Fitz. As we know from the first scene, Enoch and Fitz's ship was attacked, and we find out that the team found the wreckage of the ship after this attack. The team enters Derulian airspace and lands on the planet. Daisy captures, and she and Gemma interrogate a Derulian, suspecting him of selling Enoch and Fitz traceable fuel and selling the information to the people who attacked the ship. They find out that the other half of the ship is there on the planet. However, they find Fitz's cryo-sleep pod empty with bloody fingerprints on the window, like the shot we saw in the trailer. As Emma stands in the pod, the others decide the best course of action is to go home and regroup. In the pod, Gemma finds an engraving of the name of the planet where the pod was made, Naroatia. The team argues about whether they should go there or not. Suddenly, an alert goes off, signaling the presence of a Confederacy ship. The Confederacy was like the big bad last season. It's an intergalactic alliance between 6 alien species. When Talbot got the Gravitonium, he took over the Confederacy until he was defeated by Quake. Clearly the Confederacy wants revenge on S.H.I.E.L.D. because of all of that. The team rushes to make the ship go dark and waits for the Confederacy ship to pass. The ship attacks, and Gemma, instead of jumping them to Earth, jumps them to Naroatia. In the final scene, we see Fitz in some workshop speaking alien to someone off-screen. He injects himself with something that makes his eyes turn gray. This episode did well capturing where all the characters are right now, you know, mentally, emotionally, and in relation to each other. When I first watched the episode, I was struck by how changed Gemma is. She's more badass, that's for sure, but it's all out of necessity, which is kind of sad. She's definitely on the brink of a breakdown, which Piper and Daisy are worried about, and that bit where she gets into the pod just broke my heart. It's like she wouldn't allow herself to cry up till that point. May's also changed this season. She's much more open about herself and about emotions in general, which again is sad because of the implications. After losing Coulson so soon after them getting together, she's determined to make sure that no one else is denying feelings or connections to people. And while it's nice to see May like this, it's also just really fucking sad. Yo-Yo and Mac are broken up, and I am not happy about that. Yo-Yo and Keller are a thing now, so that means there's gonna be a love triangle. Yay! But Keller seems cool, and I hope the love triangle, it won't be solved by him, like, dying or something. Like I said in my trailer analysis, I'm glad that Mac is a new director. I think he's a good leader, and he's a good choice. And since he's a new director, we'll be getting more from this season, which is great. Daisy is badass and awesome, as always. She's really becoming a good leader, and her concern for her team is evident. I'm also really glad that Piper and Davis are back, and I hope they'll play bigger roles this season. I'd love to see more depth to their characters. I hope that someday, in the future, Fitz and Gemma will get, like, a happy ever after that lasts, because they always seem to be apart. Also, I'm very interested to see how Deke is gonna come back into this, because he was in the, like, cast credit for this episode, but, like, he wasn't in it. I really, really liked Deke, so I know he's going to be back this season, and I'm very curious to see how they're going to do that, and I'm excited for his return because I really like Deke. So that was the first episode of the new season, and I am super excited to see what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that the whole Sarge looking like Coulson thing is not like a resurrection plot, because maybe that's just me being hopeful that it's not another resurrection plot, because we've kind of had a lot of those in this show. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how this will affect the members of the team, especially Daisy and May. Yeah, I'm really bad at predictions, so I'm not putting any predictions in this. I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen. And I hope I'll be doing one of these sort of recap explanation thingamajigs for the other episodes, because I really like this show and I like talking about it. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!